guys, welcome back to another episode of Game Things. I'm your host for the week, Ming, and today we'll start off our episode by talking about the recently announced Remnant 2 second DLC, The Forgotten Kingdom, that will be available on the 23rd of April. The new DLC, there will be a brand new archetype called Invoker, brand new weapons, brand new dungeons for you to explore, and a ton of other brand new content for you to check out. There is a short trailer that you can check out to see some of the new enemies and a little bit of the new content, but yeah, that's basically it. They didn't really go into depth what else would be included, but of course, 23rd of April is just next week, so you don't have to wait for too long, and by then, if you didn't know that the DLC was coming, you would find out from our podcast and you will be able to enjoy it next week. Next, we recently got news that Slay the Spire 2 has been announced and it will be ready to be launched in early access in 2025. So, Slay the Spire 2, based on the trailer that I saw, basically had some graphical updates, so the art style got improved a little bit, things got sharper, things look nicer, and instead of the third character, the robot, I cannot remember his name right now, unfortunately, they introduced a brand new character called Necrobinder, and supposedly he has a hand. I'm not exactly sure how his mechanics will work because the third guy you had orbs, and then like the fourth lady you had like stances and stuff. So they haven't exactly showcased how Necrobinder is supposed to work, but it is nice to see a brand new character, and it is nice to revisit Slay the Spire after it initially blew up like a couple of years ago. And plus, Slay the Spire has always been a fun game, so if you've never tried it before, definitely try out the first game, and it's definitely worth the price. Next, PlayStation announced that they will officially be bringing trophies to PC. So, like how right now in PS4 and PS5 you can earn trophies and stuff, same thing. It's not Steam or Epic achievements, it's a completely separate thing, and Ghost of Tsushima will be the first game to support this PlayStation trophies. So if you are into collecting achievements, be sure to check it out when it's available. Next, Assassin's Creed Mirage will have a free trial from basically now up until the end of the month, 30th of April. So if you guys have never played Assassin's Creed Mirage before, definitely try it out. It's okay. Personally, I don't really enjoy Assassin's Creed game that much, but still, a demo is a demo, so why not? And the reason why I say it's a free trial is because you basically can only play 2 hours of the game to see if you enjoy it or not. But I would say 2 hours is a pretty good amount of time to kind of get a good idea of the game and whether or not you want to continue playing it. So yeah, a 2 hour demo is pretty solid. Then we also have gameplay trailer for the Rogue Prince of Persia set to launch in Steam early access on the 14th of May. Personally, I think it's alright gameplay wise. Doesn't look too interesting, at least it's not something that I'm looking forward to. Well, because the customization is a bit too low for my liking. So yeah, but definitely do check it out. It is interesting, but not my type of thing, I would say. Then we have a beast like roguelike, and that is Hades 2. So Hades 2, the technical test is available right now, and you can sign up to try to apply for the technical test via Steam page. And this technical test will include the game's first major area. So yeah, if you are a hardcore fan of the first Hades game, you can actually try to apply for a test of Hades 2 right now. Then next, we talk about my editor's favorite game, Destiny 2. Specifically, their upcoming new The Final Shape DLC, which introduces new prismatic subclass that allows you to wield both light and dark subclasses at once, new enemies, new weapons, new class items, and more. So yeah, if you guys are hardcore fans of Destiny 2, this will definitely be great news for you guys. Actually enjoy Destiny 2 and maybe want to find other people to play with, maybe drop a comment in our comment section, and maybe we can create a raid party and my editor will gladly join you guys. Now let's move on to some upcoming games that you can get your hands on right now, starting off with Dave the Diver on PS4 and PS5. PC has already got the game since last year, and let me tell you, Dave the Diver is a great game. its name would suggest, it's not really action-packed or stuff like that. It's basically just a really chill and relaxing game that has pretty great story, pretty great art, and you are basically a diver that wants to catch, well, fish to basically run your restaurant at night. And at the same time, you uncover like some secrets in the sea. So yeah, generally just a very chill-ish game, and it's something that a lot of people enjoy. It has great reviews, and I would say that if you are just looking to have a pretty weird, try out a pretty weird game and just enjoy something different, Dave the Diver is definitely for you, and I would highly recommend it. Then for all you PS5 guys, if you guys already previously had Final Fantasy 16, you guys can actually enjoy the brand new DLC Final Fantasy 16 The Rising Tide. So The Rising Tide features of course Leviathan, and it has brand new story as well as, well, brand new enemies for you to face. Aside from that, I don't really know too much about the DLC itself. I will be playing it as well, so if you guys want to share experience with us, do share it in the comments. But yeah, definitely something to look into if you enjoy Final Fantasy 16. Speaking of DLC, Dead Island 2 will also have its DLC, SOLA, otherwise known as Solar. So Dead Island 2 Solar basically takes place in, well, what you would call Dead Island Coachella. So yeah, it's a music festival, exactly like how Left 4 Dead 2's, one of the ending of Left 4 Dead 2's where you end up in the concert. So yeah, like the concert stage itself, there's a lot of explosives and stuff like that. But for Dead Island 2 Solar, you get a lot of other stuff. You get stuff like Wolverine claws, a lot of insane stuff. You can throw zombies into like huge fans and stuff like that. So yeah, basically a lot of cool things and a lot of new ways for you to kill zombies, and of course new zombie types. So I quite like the idea, and I think it's pretty cool, and I would definitely suggest if you guys did enjoy playing Dead Island 2 to check it out. Lastly, we have Planet of Lana available on PS5, PS4 and on Switch. Planet of Lana has previously been available on PC for about a year, and it's basically a more chill and relaxing puzzle game that features, well, robots. So think Horizon Zero, but instead less action, more puzzle. Yeah. And yeah, if you're into this type of games, I highly suggest you check it out. It's more calming and relaxing, and just basically something to just pass time and enjoy yourself while relaxing. And that's basically all the games that we have for this week. Next, we'll move on to our last and final section, free things. Starting off with Epic Game Store, giving out 2 games, The Big Con, as well as Town of Salem 2. Unfortunately for the others, there are no free games, and yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, that wraps up the end of our episode for this week. And once again, I was your host, Ming. Thank you so much for listening, and we will be seeing you again next week on another episode of Game Things.